VirtualBox, how to sync host and guest time? The time in my guest VM is faster than the host time by about 20 to 30 minutes. What can I do so that the time in the guest is the same as on the host?
For a Linux host, first install the DKMS, Dynamic Kernel Module Support, package on the guest machine, source. Then install guest additions into guest system. Also, here are descriptions of some commands to tune VirtualBox time synchronization.
The following setup allows my guest to reliably maintain a time that is accurate to within 1 second of my host. It is tested with the host running VirtualBox April 3, 2026 and the guest running the same version of VirtualBox Guest Editions. As for VirtualBox 5.x, I haven't thus far had any need to make these configuration changes. The time has automatically been in sync. Reference this URL. On the host, list VMs to ascertain the name of the relevant VM. On the host, configure time synchronization parameters for the guest by running the commands below. First, set $name with its appropriate value. If the value of $name contains a space, it should of course be quoted. The values of the time parameters above have been constrained to multiples of 10. It may be tempting to set timesync set threshold to 10,000 instead, but this can risk a rather drastic time change when it's triggered, and may therefore break applications. On the host, view the updated relevant values for the guest. These can be reconfirmed at any time. On the guest, stop and disable all internal NTP and related timekeeping services. They should not be used as they are likely to interfere with VirtualBox. On a CentOS 6 guest, on the guest, restart the service named BoxAdd service. Assuming guest additions was previously installed, this service would have been installed and enabled. On a CentOS 6 guest, if the time on the guest is not yet synced, reboot the guest.
I give another solution to sync time between guest and AMP host without installing VirtualBox Guest Edition. Install NTP on your guest, and to comment these lines in /etc/ntp.conference. Activate broadcast on your host. For Linux users, edit your /etc/ntp.conference file and configure the line. For Windows users, activate the Windows Time service. You can then read this page to configure it to broadcast time.
If you want to support Kalle, please consider subscribing.